What's up, Internet? My name is Michael Cook, this is Blue Giant Media, and we're here to connect through gaming. Today we're going to be opening up the box of Merlin, Knights of the Round Table. This is the latest expansion by Stefan, Feld, Michael Rieneck, and published by Queen Games. We're going to go ahead and open up the box, take a look at the component quality, punch everything out, and then take a look at maybe a little bit of the artwork, and we're going to see how everything fits back into the base box so we can fit everything in one nice tight little package. So let's open it up and see what you're going to get for your money. So Merlin, Knights of the Round Table is the second expansion, although they do have a couple promos which Queen Games calls Queenies. But this is the second expansion for Merlin, which is a worker placement rondel type game by Stefan Feld and Michael Rieneck, as I've said earlier. Stefan Feld is an extremely well-known and well-regarded game designer, and while I haven't necessarily played a lot of his games, I have played several of them and like them quite a bit. This Merlin, as it is with Arthur, is already kind of my number 2, I would say, Feld game of all time. I really like it. Let's see, everything's punching out here really nice, and the art is very nice as well. Pretty decent thickness on these. So what this is going to be adding is basically asymmetrical player powers. So each player is going to be getting to be one of the different knights of the round table, and you're going to be basically trying to set yourself up to be the best, most influential of the knights, so that maybe you can be a successor, the next king, just have Arthur's favor, whatever it's going to be. You're just trying to do the best that you can, be the best knight that you can. So each different knight is going to have a different power, although from what I've gathered so far, they're not all really that incredibly overpowered. I know some games like Voyages of Marco Polo or Dune or different games like that that are asymmetrical have incredibly powerful asymmetrical powers. From what little I have seen already of this, it's not like game-breaking stuff, but a little bit of different powers, a little bit of different strategies is always going to be a welcome addition to the game. So we also have, let's see, German rules, looks like French rules, and English rules, which Queen Games is always really good at that. Now, I have everything organized in my box already with a Plano box, and it's going to be interesting trying to see how all of this is going to fit in here, because it's a little on the tight side as it is, and I'm probably going to have to kind of combine a couple things that I do have in my Plano box to make everything fit properly. So now that everything is pretty close to punched out here, let's go ahead and open up Merlin and see how I might decide to fit everything in the box. So I do have Queenie 1 and Queenie 2, which if you don't have these, you can get them, I believe, from Queen Games' website. At least one of them you can. I'm not sure if you can get them both. Hopefully you can, because they're a lot of fun. I always play with them. Same thing, Arthur is a really good expansion. If you don't have it, go ahead and get it. That's what this is from, and this. So you'll see some things. Basically, there's a lot of things in here that are modular. You don't have to play with everything all the time. And as you can see, I've got all the different pieces for each player bagged separately. These are from the Arthur expansion as well. These are just some of the extra things that got replaced by the Arthur expansion. I've just got them set in that little tuck box there. Okay, now here is where I've got everything packed together, and this is where I'm going to have to figure out how to fit everything. I'll probably put these in Ziploc bag in the side. That's fine. This stuff, that's going to be a little bit trickier. So why don't I cut away and I'll go ahead and see what I'm going to do, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I have done and how I'm going to fit everything back in the box. Okay, so I went ahead and moved all of the flags, building materials, and shields for each color into their own cube rather than having them take up 2 spaces, which makes them a little bit tight, but it's okay. It also, I mean, these, I didn't want to combine them too much because then you'd have to pick through a whole bunch of stuff. So I tried to combine the different ones that were really easily distinguishable. Like, it's pretty easy to tell these apart. There's only 2 in different, you know, knights represented in there, 2 in there. Let's see, 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in, I think there's about 2 in each of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only one of those, so maybe one of those has 3. Oh yeah, and one of them's in here. So yeah, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. One of them in here with all the other standing pieces. So I tried to kind of make it make sense. I didn't necessarily put it in like alphabetical order or anything, but it's all in there. And then here I've got one of the queenies. Here is all the different tiles, which includes one of the other queenies. These are the other part for the decree queenie. Different traders, the pikes from the Arthur expansion. So everything is now pretty much in there. And then we just have the knights of the round table in this bag right here. So everything should be pretty easily accessible in there now. So I've got the board on the bottom. I'll set that right there. I've got some of the different, I guess this should go down there as well. So I got all those down at the bottom. So the board's there. He's sitting right on top of there. Those on top of that. Now we've got the cards. We've got the knights. Got, okay, I'll have to kind of move these over a little bit. Go like that, like that. And put all of these in here as best we can. Move these over here. Looks like we're going to be just fine on space still. It's a little bit tighter, but still not super tight. But there's a lot in here. There's a lot in here. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. And we got everything back in there. And that's what's inside the box of Merlin, Knights of the Round Table, and how it all fits back in the base box. If you want to know more about Merlin, take a look in the description section where you can find a link to my setup and gameplay sample, my overview and review, and you can also find a link there to macronovagames.com where you can buy hundreds of great games. Until next time, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see, and let me know in the comments section below if you've got any questions, concerns, remarks, feedback, corrections, any of that kind of good stuff. And as always, have a wonderful day.